Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Basically, this is just going to be an article that I came across. It says, we will use if needed. Erdogan says Turkey didn't buy S-400 from Russia to keep them in store. Okay, and that's a very key thing he said there, because this is something that we've been saying. Okay, that these nations they don't just purchase these weapons, all right, all right, just to keep them, and like he said, in store. All right, these weapons are not for show. They cost a lot of money. Okay, just like you don't buy a brand new car to park it in the garage and never use it. Okay, then what's the point in buying it? What's the point in changing the oil, checking to see if everything is right, cleaning it up and everything? Yeah. So it says, Turkey didn't acquire the Russian-built S-400 air defense system for them to collect dust and may use them. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said, adding the purchase was to reduce Ankara's dependency on U.S. armed supplies. Yeah, why? Because the relations between Turkey and the U.S. is not, it's not at its best. Okay, and it's not gonna get to its best. All right, it says we will not just buy the S-400s and place them in a storehouse. We will use them if need be. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said on Monday, as quoted by Hurriyet Daily, "This is a defense system. We are going to do with it. We're going to do with it if not use the defense." Oh, Salak, what are we going to do with it if not use the defense system? He asked. Yeah, because why buy a defense system if you're not gonna use it? Oh, look at that. It says U.S. won't even sell us rifles. Turkey foreign minister explains purchase of Russian S-400 air defense systems. Yeah, because they're like, yo, if you're not gonna sell it to us, man, we'll get it somewhere else. You're not the only supplier out here. It says Turkey has been locked in talks over purchase of Patriot anti-aircraft systems for quite a long time, and the process was influenced by flip-flops in Turkish-American relations. Are we going to depend on the U.S. again? The Turkish strongman continued. When we have been demanding from them for years, the answer that has been given to us is the U.S. Congress is not allowing. We are tired of this, he stated. In the meantime, Russia has responded to Turkey's request for the S-400 with a pretty alluring offer. Erdogan could be heard. They said they would even get into a joint production, and with respect to loans, they have offered us pretty good loan terms. All right, so that right there, that's showing you, man, that the U.S. thinking that they're in control of everything, so they can just be quote unquote jerks to these other nations, and they're just gonna tolerate it. They're showing you that they're not. All right, they're like, yo, our alliance, all right, isn't gonna cost us or be detrimental to our society. All right, if you won't give us what we need, we'll go elsewhere. And that's why you have these other nations, all right, leaving the dollar and using the Chinese currency, okay, trading in different currencies. Turkish military is expected to take delivery of S-400s starting from 2019. The S-400 Triumph is now the most advanced Russian anti-aircraft system, designed to engage aerodynamic targets to a range of up to 400 kilometers and ballistic missiles up to 60 kilometers away. And an S-400 squadron can deal with up to 36 aerial targets simultaneously. Notice how it says ballistic missiles, man. All right, because they know what's gonna happen, man. All right, so they're like, yo, listen, we gotta be prepared. Okay. Moscow and Ankara signed a $2.5 billion agreement on the procurement of Russia's most advanced S-400 Triumph, known to NATO as the SA-21 Growler system, in December. Russia agreed to speed up deliveries of the system as Turkey took enormous pressure from the U.S., which tried to block the transfer. In response to the request by our Turkish partners to speed up their originally planned delivery terms, we are reacting positively. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said earlier in March. He chose not to announce any deadlines, only saying that the implementation of the S-400 deal is among the issues now discussed in practical terms by specialists. They aren't for public disclosure. Okay, but at least they're being responsive in a positive way about it to Turkey. So what is that? What is that doing? It's strengthening their alliances, or what I mean, in a way. Okay, and you got those article that came out that said how Trump, basically what Trump is doing is pushing EU and the rest of his allies away and strengthening the bond between those allies that Trump is pushing away. Those allies are their bond between Russia and China are being strengthened. Okay, because they're getting ready to ditch this dollar, man. Okay, they're getting ready to just completely be done with the U.S. Once that happens, what use are they gonna have with the U.S.? All right, the U.S. was benefiting them with trade, but now that that's gone, what use are they gonna have? All right, so let me see if I get a quick precept real quick. All right. This is Joel 3:10. All right, it says, matter of fact, this is 3:9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Okay, so that's basically saying that's why you're seeing these nations preparing and setting up all this nuclear materials, all right, defense systems, missiles, and all that. Okay, that's them going from their agricultural state, so to speak, to now a weaponized environment. Okay, they're investing in these nuclear weapons, which the scriptures refers to as swords. All right, and here it says what? And your pruning hooks into spears. Okay, and that's what they're doing. It says, let the weak say I'm strong, because now they're like, you're not, US ain't the only one with nuclear weapons. We also got nuclear weapons. All right, and we can do damage too. Okay, now guess what, man? With the whole situation with North Korea, all right, where they're they're talking about North Korea and and Trump. They might do a sit down on that, but that's just a peace and safety. That's just them saying peace and safety. That's not gonna amount to anything. All right, but just the article that was on here. Okay, and it's showing you that these prophecies are coming to pass, man. The Lord is changing the spirit within these nations, all right, and putting that spirit of war into them. Okay, like it says in Ecclesiastes, there's a time of war. Okay, and that's the time we're in right now. So, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. Once again, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And with that, Shalom.